Hello ladies and gents, I'm Zephyr Victorious and welcome back to No One Has to Die. So I'm gonna finish this off, I'm gonna do the final timeline is what they called it, so I kinda really curious to see what's going on. Phoenix Corporation headquarters security has been compromised, all personnel evacuate immediately. Tempest engaged, security room locked, emergency services contacted. Okay. Lionel, what the hell is going on here? I went in the Tempest room like you told me to and now I'm back here in the control room. Wait. What? How did I end up here? Chris, you're alive. I knew you were alive. Steve, I thought you were dead. Me? You guys, you remember. You finally remember. Troy, this is all just some part of some trick of yours, isn't it? No, I have no idea what's going on. Think I'm gonna believe you after you lit this fire? Believe that after you lit this fire? I didn't light the fire. You don't just get to change your story now. Steve, he's telling the truth. What do you mean? Amazing, I knew this would happen sometime, somewhere, but I never thought I'd be the one to witness it. You know what's going on here? Yeah, but for now there are more pressing matters. Does anyone here have one of the security codes? I already told you last time. I told you mine last time, RFTS. But did anyone find any new ones? Oh, I found a blue file which said IRHH in it. I found one which said SOEE. Perfect, visitor. I confess that just before I cut out last time we spoke, I found a file containing the code EMAS. Now quickly, enter all the codes. Alright, alright. I get to save everybody? Full access. You can now lock 4 fire doors at a time instead of just 1. Lionel, tell us what the hell's going on here already. Why is everyone alive again? There's no way I would have enough time for that now. No casualties expected. No one has to die. Yes, now we have the security codes. We're all safe. Let's get out of here then. Oh, that's exciting. I get to save everybody? Fantastic, we're all still alive. Great, but you owe us all an explanation. How is everybody alive again? How did I end up back where I was when the fire started? Why aren't these rooms fire damaged anymore? Visitor, do you remember what I told you before? Yeah, you invented a time machine. Impossible. Well, it was a bit different to a time machine, I guess. It carries your thoughts and memories back through time instead of your body. Correct so far. It works going forward, but going backwards, you killed someone. They never returned to their body. That is the story as I told it. That person you murdered was my mother, asshole. What? Your mother died of a brain tumor. You told me so. That was a lie. Lionel killed my mother to test some impossible time travel bullcrap. So I lit the fire. I lit it to kill Lionel and wreck his corporation before they ruined any more lives. Chris, I don't believe it. I suspected as much. Christina, your mother's not dead. What do you mean by that? I've seen her body. You took her brain. Fire has been contained. Lionel, answers. Your mother's not dead. This is going to be hard to explain. When we sent your mother back in time, she never returned to her body. However, there was not a single fault in our logic. The machine was designed perfectly. The machine is what's in the Tempest room, right? Correct. Anyway, we conducted many experiments and eventually came to one fascinating conclusion. When our subject had traveled forward through time, the future was not set, and so time would bend to accommodate our time traveler. That is, the consciousness traveling through time would remain in its own timeline. But when traveling backwards, things were not so simple. The consciousness would become lost in the mess that is time and space. I would find a host, one which owned the consciousness, and one which existed at the time that it had been sent back to, but it would not always find its host in its own universe. You've lost me. Our research would suggest that there are a nearly infinite amount of universes, each nearly identical, with only minute differences between them. So when Christina's mother traveled backwards through time, she was not alone. Trillions of her, maybe even more, traveled too. It would land randomly into different timelines. Some would land in the same timeline, and one consciousness would override the other. In some timelines, no one would ever know what Christina's mother had even left, or that the consciousness that returned to her body wasn't from their universe. A rare few consciousness would land back where they began, in their own universe. But many timelines were left like here, in this universe where Christina's mother's consciousness left this world, but no other consciousness returned to fill her body. Because of this, the body remained empty, and Christina's mother was effectively dead. But her consciousness lives on in another time, another universe. I'm not buying a word of this. But it explains everything. This is why everything keeps happening over and over again. This is why we're all here. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out, but we have been through, all brought here by the Tempest Machine. Visitor, you remember a time in which you let everyone die apart from myself, correct? Yeah, then you gave me access to the Tempest Room. Well, each of these people remembers a different reality, one where they were the only survivor of the fire. That's right. I had to wait and do nothing while Chris died. I had to wait and do nothing as all of you died, time and time again. At the end of each of these realities, the survivor entered the Tempest Machine, which had its clock set to the beginning of this disaster as a security measure. When each of us entered the machine, we were randomly shot into another universe. Some of us would have ended up back where we started, and no one else would remember what had just taken place. But there would be a few universes like this, where by chance all of us came from 5 different universes into one. And that is how we are all here together now, with memories of different futures. Whoa. But the chances of that happening would be practically 0. Actually, with as many universes as there are, it is incredibly likely. There are probably hundreds of universes in which the same thing has happened as it's happening here. Nothing about this seems incredibly likely, but it is the truth. Okay, so get him in here. Lock that, you click that. It should be all good. This is so intriguing. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, all of your paths meet up here, right? They do? I suppose they must. Soon we'll be able to talk in person. I can't wait to see you again, Chris. I'm glad you're safe. I can't either, Steve. I can't believe you're alive. You're both alive. Well, hurry up then. I'm already here. Okay, coming through now. I can see you. I'm in. Me too. Hey, has anyone unlocked the door for me so I can come down too? Hello? Anyone? Guys, stop talking in person for a second and look at your messages, dang it. Typical. Now what do I do? Visitor? Christina, can you ask Lionel to open the door for me? No, sorry. I don't think I'll have the chance to. What? Is something wrong? Where are you? I stepped out for a moment. I'm at the Tempest entrance. I haven't been entirely up front with all of you. What do you mean? I've been here before. Weren't you listening to Lionel? We've all been here before. No, I've been here before, to a timeline just like this one where we all managed to survive. Except things went a little differently that time. For instance, I asked Lionel where the control for the Tempest Machine were, and he told me they were on floor B2 in my section of the building. Later, he explained that the machine can't send consciousness back before the first time it was turned on, which was when my mother was sent back in time. So I thought I'd give things another try, and I hopped back in the Tempest Machine. Don't tell me. This time, while we were on floor B2, I sent the time machine back as far as it could go, to the moment I lost my mother. I'm going back. I'm going back 3 years to find my mother. This is crazy. What if you just end up in another universe where she disappeared? Then I'll break into here. I'll travel again. What about people who care about you in this universe? What about Steve? You should know better than anyone what this feels like. You've had to choose one person's happiness over another's time and time again. In the timeline you came from, you even chose to kill me. I wish I could have Steve and my mother both at once, but I don't have that choice. I spent too long wishing she was with me to turn back now. Besides, in this world, I'm a murderer and an arsonist. There's no place for me here. Christina, you're not going to stop me, are you? No, I'm not. Tell Steve I'm sorry and that I love him. Tell him that I hope we meet again somewhere, sometime. But for now, goodbye. Goodbye and good luck. Thanks, I think I'll need it. What? 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 No. No. Just no. 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 Is that really the ending? God dang it. Oh, that was so good, though. Good storytelling. But I am still slightly annoyed. Isn't it funny how all the best stories always leave you with this feeling of no? That happens a lot. Okay. So, I'm gonna leave this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna leave a link to this game in the description below. Go check it out, support the developer. This game is amazing. Like, it's really good. I still haven't done a couple of the little side things. I'll probably do those on my own time. But, if you want to see them, go check it out. But, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!